My name's Dawn and I'm from Hamilton, the Waikato. My family is the Pearce family and they're quite prominent in the Waikato. They're also connected to the Whatu family, the Paitoa. I'm a single mother of 2 boys. I raised them on my own with very lack of family support. I had family that judged me, listened to rumours, gossiped. I had a protection order on my youngest father, which I removed, which I shouldn't have. He got money from his mum's inheritance after she died and used that money to take me to court and remove my son from my care without notice, stating that I was putting my children at risk, but there was no actual evidence of that risk. It was all notifications that were all made up, which I in court proved later with affidavits that they were made up and it was all manipulated. And I had my youngest removed by the police and I didn't see it or have anything to do with him for 8 months. I tried my best to use different agencies to see my son, but was slammed at every angle because he wanted me at his house by myself to see my son, because he wanted to be in control of my life. He had people, because he was a drug dealer later, which I found out, he had people break my bedroom windows as I slept, harass me, come to my house, bully me. My name in Hamilton is not very good and I don't care.
As a spokesperson for the group,
his father has actually got a criminal record. Yes. At the time of him uplifting my child, I had no criminal record, no mental health history. I lived in a state house with my 2 children that I raised on my own and looked after on my own, and I've been on my own on an independent youth benefit for since I was 15. So how can my family come in and listen to people's stuff and turn around and say that I'm doing this and that and the other thing when it's gossip and not come to me first? They wait for the family group conference and they slam me in front of people that are legal people that can do legal things, that can remove my children, and they do that out of spite, and then they go to court and admit it's out of spite, which is I can get proof of, and it's destroying families. My oldest son doesn't want to see his brother because it hurts too much. They've destroyed my family.
And just like so many others in New Zealand.
right. Now, as a spokesperson for the group, what would you like to do? What would you like to see happen?
What would I like to see happen? I would like notifications that need to be screened thoroughly.
Yes. Good.
They need to find out why that notification's happening, whether it's because of bullying or whether it's because an actual proper notification.
Proper assessment.
Yeah.
Yep.
They need to abolish the Without Notice Uplift Act.
Yeah. Abolish the family court, family mediation.
Oh. Well, one step at a time, eh?
Yeah.
I don't appreciate how FGCs are done. They're an attack on mothers. The family just attack the mothers. They don't understand what's really going on. Claiming stuff that's not true or whatever. And that's because the families in my culture are not joining together when they should, or not going to you when they've got issues or hearing things. They need to open up and start talking to each other and supporting each other better. If you've got an addiction problem, help them sort it. Don't tell them this, that, and judge them. That's not okay.
Right.
So FGCs are just a bullying session.
It's family group conference for people that don't know what that means.
Yeah. Family group conferences, yeah.
Yes.
The Ministry of Health need to open a support system similar to victim support for people that are in custody battles and that lose their children, and not leave them to deal with the grief on their own without help or not knowing where to go, what to do, or what's happening in court. This will stop a lot of suicides happening and a lot of depression happening and a lot of feeling lost and not knowing what's going on.
Now, mental health.
Yes.
advocacy. What would you like to happen there for mothers of children?
Well, my friend is actually a part of what's happened with the mental health system. He drowned in the Waikato River because of his mental health. They failed him. What would I like to see done with it? I would just like better support services. Like I took a friend of mine in there who I hadn't seen in a while, and people come to me because I've been living in this town for years. They come to me for help because they know I don't judge them and I will help them. I was raised a Mormon. I will help where I can.
Yes.
That's what God does. He gives you paths and avenues that you don't want, but that's just how it is.
You believe in spirituality?
Yes, of course I do, yes.
An alternative
Yes, I do.
system of a medical
Yes, I
model?
do, yes.
That's good.
I believe God is a good man. I believe that when you take your friend or whatever into mental health, people are trying to do that to make someone look bad so they can put them inside care when they don't need it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to like rally all these people together, and it's bullying.
Yep.
It's a bullying by a towel.
Yeah.
And the people that know me know that there's bullying.
Yeah.
And it's continually happening even to this day.
Yep.
It needs to stop. It's not okay. It's discrimination of my character and who I am. Psychological assessments need to be done. Mandatory counselling, all that kind of stuff needs to happen in this court system before they actually go to court. You can't just uplift a baby from a mum and not hear her side of the story. My abuser got my child. That is wrong. My abuser is still holding my child at ransom. When I talk to my son, my phone calls for the last 2 years have been monitored on speaker by him, so that he can hear what me and my son are talking about. Mediation should be mandatory.
Yes, mediation services.
Drug tests should be mandatory.
Yes.
They need to take in all of the family history because of family violence, and they need to make sure that they've got the facts. You can't go and write up a report from a social worker and go and put it in court without it being facts. It's not okay.
It's perjury.
It's perjury. It's wrong. It's defamation of character. It's not okay, and it's against human rights to do that. The repercussions of doing that to someone is beyond belief. I believe bullying is a big issue. I believe that drug communities people join together and they attack other people that don't have the means or don't want to fight back. They do this to gain power. They make them out to be someone they're not. And it's all because they're jealous. I have witnessed crackhead mothers in Hamilton not feeding or looking after their children correctly, having the correct family support so that they can dodge the system, yet they're using all their money on drugs.
How would you stop that?
I don't know, because they're making notifications against other mothers that are doing really well because they're jealous.
Treatment going to NA.
They're jealous. And my sister admitted in court that she dropped me to SIPs plenty of times because she was jealous. And she was angry at me and she wanted to hurt me. Now, why are there no consequences for that? Why is that sliding through the system? That shouldn't be happening.
Okay. Got anything else?
The negative aspects of the past that the person has not left behind, making life more difficult for themselves by carrying around the burden of the unfinished business of their life.
Emotional wounding recovery, unfinished business.
Well, everyone needs to do it.
Recovery,
I've had to go to counselling, I've done parenting, I've done counselling, I've done this, I've done that. I've jumped through all the hoops possibly that I could jump through for my children, and yet again, slammed. He's got money, I don't.
The hoops aren't there to jump through, they're there to hang you up on, aren't they?
Domestic violence. And they're making us victims of domestic violence. Our fault that it's happening. When my child gets sexually abused, it's my fault. How's it my fault? I didn't go and do that. I didn't ask that dude to do that to my child.
What do you think of shared parenting, like being the original caregiver?
I think it's a really good idea. And I think that their judgments on the parents' past needs to stop. People change.
You can't stop what happened in the past, but you can certainly help now and the present and the future.
And in my situation, I can't stop people from attacking me.
Right.
I've been in my house for 10 years. They come to my house, they attack me, I'm going to call the police, blah, 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 blah. I look bad. what do I do? Not call the police for help?
No, just call the ambulance once you dealt with it yourself.
I was raped,
It's my
and
answer.
in family court, the judge, which is in a statement, slammed me and re-victimised me, saying that I was saying what I was saying to try and make him look bad.
Bringing out different
Yeah,
aspects.
the family
of
court
mental health.
process is too long.
Yep.
Sure.
It's easier for abusers and people that will join with these abusers, whether they're paid or given drugs or whatever, for their statements used and lying in court under oath, where an affidavit from someone that says that person was trying to sell methamphetamine to them will get shuffled under the mat, and not they won't even bring that person up to share what's been said.
Okay, that's awesome.
Alrighty.
Any final words?
The consequences of children put in homes, abuse, mental, sexual,
Hey, kia ora whānau.
by adults and by other children, neglect, emotional,
We're just
they're
rolling
neglected.
with the rolls, I think, today.
Their emotional needs are neglected. They get low self-esteem, low self-worth. They have criminal records later in life. Their lack of compassion and mental health becomes an issue. This needs to stop. It's not okay.
Awesome.
Good.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Thank you.
We are the